Hello and welcome. My name's Janae. Thank you so much for joining me for this 30-minute bar fusion routine. Today, all we'll need is a chair and a mat or towel to get a full body workout done. The beauty of bar is that we'll focus on targeting some smaller muscle groups, and then we'll incorporate some larger muscles as well to make sure that you spend your time well and you feel like you really worked hard. As always, work to your own ability, listen to your body, and celebrate what your body is able to do today. Let's go ahead and get warmed up together. Take your heels in, toes out to the side. On the inhale, just stretch your arms up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bend the knees to the sides as you reach down and sweep. Just kind of becoming acquainted with the body and how we're feeling today, allowing every single movement that we do to just be in tune with what we need. Keep the chest lifted. Start to feel your hips open up. Let's do one more. Good. Now bring that left forearm down to rest on top of the leg. As you inhale, take your opposite arm up to the sky and just reach your eyes in that same direction. Take a breath in. Good. Sweep it around to the other side, feeling length through the side bodies. We'll be doing a lot of ab work, so we want to make sure our spine and our abs are nice and ready for that. Beautiful. Go ahead and sweep it all the way up. Face your toes forward. Inhale, top half of the body is going to do the same movement. This time we keep our legs straight. So now we feel that stretch in the hamstrings. See if you can lift up out of the heels a little bit. Find lots of great space. Good. Two more. Last one. Beautiful. Let's meet at the bottom together. Connect your hands to your opposite elbow and just let your head drop down. Feel a breath fill your lungs. Exhale, let it go. Good. With your elbows and hands connected, go ahead and just start to open your torso to the left side of your body, sweeping up slowly all the way to the top. And exhale, bring it all the way down the other side. Good. When you get to the bottom, let's reverse that circle. Take it up slowly. Now we're starting to feel the hips. Good. Take it down. Beautiful. Pause at the bottom. Plant that left hand down and then inhale. Just sweep the opposite arm to the sky. Good. Take a breath in. Beautifully done. Reach that arm up overhead so the bicep is close to the ear, and then exhale, place it down. Let's do the same thing on the other side, just kind of waking up with that twist. The eyes can follow wherever it's comfortable for the neck. Good. Reach the arm forward. And exhale, float it all the way down. Go ahead and roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Heel toe the feet back together. We're going to continue moving. So let's go ahead and just bring opposite knee and hand up. A little marching kind of motion. Feeling that belly button pull into the spine. Good. Just start to feel length here. Feeling those hips and glutes waking up. Good. One more with a bent knee. Now let's lengthen the arms and legs out. We're going to take opposite hand to foot. So almost like a little toy soldier, we're just rotating those arms around. And if your hand and foot don't get close, that is okay. We're worried more about the feeling in the body than we are how it looks. Just remembering that all throughout class. Good. One more on each side. Beautiful. Last one. We're going to come to the back of our mat or towel and just get some more spine movement. So inhale, take your arms up. Go ahead and connect your fingers at the top. Interlace them. And then just give yourself a little lean to the right. Back up through center. And a little lean to the other side. Good. As you come all the way back up, give yourself a tiny back bend. And then exhale, bend the knees as you sweep all the way down to the mat. Just begin walking your hands out to a plank. Now, if this doesn't feel good for you, you can always bring your knees down. We're just meant to open up our spine here. So either from the knees or from the toes, look up, lean up. Beautiful. Remember, the whole bottom half of your leg can stay on the mat. Good. Pull up through the abs, tuck the toes under, walk the hands all the way back. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up, one vertebrae at a time. Connect those hands again. Here we go, side to side, little quicker this time. Just taking that little side to side stretch, little back bend. And then exhale, bend the knees, float forward. Good. This time we're going to bring each foot forward. So step that right foot forward. Hips are nice and low. And then inhale as you peel the right arm to the sky. Feel that little twist. Should feel great in the hips. Keep breathing. Good. Exhale, plant the hand down, step the foot back. Last little walk up, walk back as we do the other side. Inhale, roll up. Connect at the top. Here we go. Little side to side stretch. Should feel so good. Beautiful. Waking up the spine. Take that little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. We're bringing that opposite leg forward this time. Find yourself in that little top of the push-up. Exhale as you bring that left foot forward. Inhale, rotate, open. Good. Feel the back body really strong right here. Take one more breath in. Exhale, sweep it down. Nicely done. Let's step the feet back. Let's start that little bit of heart pumping cardio. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, hands rest at your center. Good work. Go ahead and come back to center. We're going to really start to work in this second position, this plie position. Just begin by bending the knees just like we did in our warm-up. Open the arms up wide. Deep breath in as you kind of get the feeling of this. Here we go. Now we're going to squeeze the hands in by the sides and open them back out. Squeeze in, open out, squeeze in. Good. Now I want you to add a little pulse. So we're just bending a tiny bit more into that squat as we pull the elbows in. Good. I always sum bar up by saying it's stuff that looks easy. And when you're in it, you realize how warming and difficult it is. Good. 3 more. Here's 2. Here's 1. Good. Pause in the center, arms out, palms face back. Now we're just going to alternate lifting the heels, right and left, right and left. Keep that 90-degree bend in your legs. Now the key here is to just stay in the burn. Lots of that little fine-tuning stuff happening. You're doing so well. Now, if you can, I want you to think about pressing both heels up at the same time. Press, press. Good. If you want to, press the hands back as those heels lift. You can always keep the alternating heel too. That's fine if that feels better for your balance. Keep breathing and pressing. It's hard. You can do it. Breathe here. 8, 7, 6. Good. Can you tuck your belly muscles in more? Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Reach all the way to the sky. Exhale, place the hands on the ground. Good. Reach up, exhale down. Reach up, exhale down. Good. Now we get that breath moving. This is where the heart rate starts to go up. So good. Keep breathing. Excellent. Hang with me for 8 more. 6, 4, 2, and 1. Back to that pulse. Open up right here. Now we're just going to close that left hand all the way across the body and open it back up. The knee comes with it. Close in, open up. Close in, open. Good. So it's a pivot on that toe. Reach around and open. Good. Squeeze, open. You're doing so well. Is your heart rate up a little bit? If so, that's what we want. Here's 4 and 3. Pull your belly in. 2. Last 1. Pause here. Pulse for 8. Then we're going to that other side. Not yet. 4, 3, 2, 1. You know exactly what to do. Pivot here and open. Pivot and open. So it's just that little twist on the ball of the foot. You're in bare feet, right? Good. Squeeze and open. Squeeze, open. Hang with me. Here's 5, 4, 3. So good. Last 2. Last time. We're going to pulse center. Now take your arms up. Pulse, pop the heels. Bring it all together. Shoulders sliding down the back. and away from the ears. Heels are lifting if you can. Here we go. Here's 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Did you feel that fire a little bit? Shake your legs out. Nicely done. Here we go. We're going to the chair now, so go ahead and bring it close to your mat. We're going to use it to work a little bit more lower body. Then we're going to go into the upper body, and we'll get kind of creative and use it as if it was a bar. Come to the front of your chair or your couch, coffee table, whatever you're using. Here's our movement. We're going to come down and just tap the back of our legs on, almost like your hamstring on the chair. Inhale, press up. Good. You're doing so well. So now we're focusing on those inner thighs. We're squeezing them together as the hands press back. Now, here's an option if you want. As you sit back, you can come up and give a little hop if you want to elevate that cardio. I'm going to stay with the lower impact version, but I'm going to lift my heels. Another option, there's tons of levels to be exactly where you need to be today and still feel that challenge. You are doing so well. Breathe with it. Here's 8. So good. You're down to your last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Turn toward the chair. This is where I want you to make sure the chair is on a steady surface or it's backed up to a wall, so it's not going to move. Let's put our hands on the outsides of the chair and take our feet back. So we're in a little bit of a diagonal plank. We're going to start with just a tricep push-up, bending those elbows any amount and slide up. Good. Squeeze down, slide up. So good. Do your best to keep those elbows tucked in by the body. Good. Now, if this is too much, you can always walk your feet in and bend the knees. It gives you a little bit shorter lever, makes it a touch easier, not a ton. Good. Breathe. Can you pull your belly button even closer to your spine? Hang with me for 8 more. You can absolutely do this. Here's 6. Good. Breathe. Here's your last 3 and 2. Last 1. Now, pike your hips up to the sky. Just give yourself a little lean forward. We're just stretching the underarms, stretching the shoulders. We're going to come back to that movement and add a little bit. Are you ready? Let's do it together. Slide forward. Here's your option. We're going to press, and as you press up, lift that right leg up. Good. Press down, left leg lifts. Squeeze down, press up. We're just alternating those legs. Remember, these are all options. You can ditch it. You can go back to that little press. Any amount of work right here is good. Here we go. 3 more each side. You have 2. You're almost there. Come with me. This last one on each side. Lift up and lift. Good job. Pike the hips back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Roll yourself up. We're going to turn the chair now so that we've got the tall edge closest to us. Nicely done. Again, making sure it's on a stable surface or propped up against the wall so everything is nice and steady for you. Go ahead and come out so you're almost in a flat back. We're careful not to press down too far with the chest, making sure the head and the shoulders are all in alignment. Let's kick that right foot back. Here we go. We're going to just lift it and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Keeping your body in a nice straight line right here. Again, belly button zipped in. So much of bar is form. We just work on getting our body in that perfect position to enjoy the toning. Beautiful. Keep breathing. You're doing great. Let's go together. Last 5 and 4. Now, after this, we're going to pause at the top and pulse. Here's your last 2. Here's 1. Stay at the top. We're going to pulse 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand yourself up. That same leg that was still moving is going to continue to move. Reach that same side arm out. Right arm reaches out. Here we go. Squeeze the knee toward the hand and extend out. So you just want to make sure that your knee is out of the way of the chair. Squeeze in, open up. Good. Nice big movement here. Nice balance with that standing leg. We've got a little support for the hand. So good. So we're using this chair almost as if it was a bar. Good. Breathe. Stay with me. Here's 4 and 3. Last 2. Good. Last 1. Now we're going to stay all the way upright. So your spine is upright. We're going to change that position of the upper body to now work a little bit different area of the glute. Flex that same foot that was working, that right leg. We're just going to pulse to the sky. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Belly's tucked in, hips are tucked under. We're just pressing tiny bit to the sky. It's a small movement. Here's 8, 7. Now soon after this, we're going to the side. Not yet. Almost. Let's go together. 3, 2, 1. Keep that leg in the same position. Open to the side. Exhale down. Squeeze open. Squeeze down. Squeeze open. Good. Woo. I feel this. I bet you do too. Now, if you feel it in that standing leg, that's perfectly fine. It will just make it harder on the other side, but that's exactly where we want to feel it. You're doing so well. You're working your glutes, your inner and outer thighs. Everything is firing up. Here we go. 4 and 3. Last 2. Final 1. Good. Now, same thing with that bent knee. Maybe widen out your stance a little bit from the chair so you've got space. We're going to squeeze in with a flexed foot. Press all the way back. So squeeze in. See if you can bring that knee to the back of the elbow. Maybe it touches the tricep. If not, no worries. It doesn't have to be that high. You be where you are today and enjoy this for what it is. Good. Squeeze in. Press out. So good. Here we go. Keep breathing. Finish it. Your last 6 and 5 and 4. Here's 3. Final 2. Last 1. So good. Set it down before we move to that other side. That same working leg, that right leg. Go ahead and cross the ankle on the top of the opposite quad and just sink yourself down. Should feel an amazing lengthening all the way through the glute. Take a moment just to kind of mentally pat yourself on the back. Good. Rise up. Shake it out. I'm going to move my chair to the other side. Just make sure you switch legs. We're moving to the left. Here we go. Chair's on a nice stable surface or up against something. Let's do it. Take that body out nice and long. Head is in line with the arms. Just stretch it up and down. Up and down. So good. Feeling those abs be active the entire time. Squeeze and lower. Squeeze. Good. Keep breathing. Nice work right here. Sticking with it. You're over halfway done with your workout. Good. Squeeze and lift. 5 more. Here's 4. The hands are just there lightly for support. Notice if you're kind of hanging on for dear life. Sometimes that happens. Last 1. Let's pause at the top. Let's pulse it. 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring yourself a little bit more upright. Now that same leg that was moving is going to stretch out long. Same side arm is going to reach. Let's squeeze in, extend back. Squeeze in, extend. Squeeze, extend. So good. Breathe. Feel your oblique working. Nicely done. We're here for 8, 4, and 3. Last 2. Final 1. Beautiful job. Come up a little bit more upright. Here we go. Flex the feet and squeeze and lower. Squeeze and lower. Good. So now our spine is pointing straight up, crown of the head lifting to the sky. We're still working in that glute all the way up through the hamstring. You're doing so well. Feel how strong you are. Appreciate how strong you are and everything that your body's allowing you to do today. We're going to the side, not yet, but in 4. Here's 3. Last 2. Last 1. Here we go. Keep that positioning as you squeeze open and closed. Squeeze open and closed. Big breath in. Good. Standing leg is just feeling it that much more. You've already done this side. So now it's a little bit extra. Beautifully done. Good work. Keep breathing and moving. Here's your final 8. 6. 4. Here's 2. Good. Last 1. Get that little bit wider stance. Keep the flex foot on that working leg. Squeeze in, press out. Squeeze in, press out. Squeeze and press. Woo! Keep breathing. You're doing amazing. Stay with it right here. Equal effort right now in class as exactly when you began. You can do it. Here's your last 8. 6. 4. 2. And 1. Amazing work. Flex the foot of that left leg. Go ahead and cross it on top of the quad. Sink down, hips sink back. Just breathe. I have good news. We're headed to the mat next. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but at least you'll be on your mat. Here we go. Rise up. Beautifully done. We're going to still use the chair, so I'm going to bring it back to this side of the mat. And then give yourself enough space on your mat that you can kind of lay down and have your feet up. Now I'm going to give you some options. If, as you begin this, it doesn't feel right in your body, you don't like it for your knees, any reason like that, you can always do all of this from this bridge position with your feet on the floor. So they don't have to be lifted on the chair. If you're joining me on the chair, let's put the middle of that foot, the arch on the foot, on the chair and separate it about hip distance or slightly wider. Palms go flat on the mat, chest lifted. Here we go, lift up, squeeze down. So the first few, we're just kind of getting the bearings of having our feet lifted. Remember, if you don't want them lifted, you can do all of this straight from the mat. Now, as you lift the hips, I want you to make sure there's still space between your chin and your chest. Avoid that urge to kind of tuck in too much. Good, squeeze. Lower and lift. 3 more. Then we're going to add on 2. Last 1. Good. Bring your hands behind your head. Here's where we're headed. On that next bridge, we lift up. As we exhale down, we squeeze into a crunch. Belly button pulls into the spine. Good. Exhale down, lift up. Lower. Squeeze the shoulders up. Good. Now you've got the hang of it. Again, if your feet are down, you're doing the exact same thing. We can do it from that floor bridge, no problem. Squeeze up, lower down, and lift. Good, stay with me. Couple more right here. Beautiful. Breathe. Here's 4 and 3. So good. Keep the chin and chest away from each other. Last 2. Final 1. Stay up in that crunch. Let's pulse for 8, 7. Make sure your elbows are nice and wide and they're not collapsing in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Take a rest. Go ahead and give yourself a little bit more space on your mat. So we want the feet to kind of come toward the chair on this next part. You'll see what I mean. Hands come back behind the head, legs lift to the sky. From here, we're just going to kind of sweep those feet around each other until we get to the level of the chair and then sweep them back up. So you have options here to lift the head and shoulders off the mat, or maybe you keep them down. They're both going to feel like work, so just find the one that suits you best today. Keep the elbows wide, and then just continue that tiny little sweeping motion with the feet. Belly button is in like crazy. Now, if this movement is too much, maybe we just lift and lower. We can do it with a bent knee too. Maybe the toes tap the chair and lift up. Tap and lift. So any of those levels is going to be great. Good. Keep the breathing nice and fluid, nice and smooth. Here's 4 and 3. Down and up one more time, whatever you've got. 2. Last 1. Keep your legs to the sky. Reach your hands up. Here we go. Tiny pulses up for 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug, a squeeze of those legs. Feel the hip flexor right here. Just take a breath in. Exhale, let it go. So nice. Take one more breath here. We've got one more little ab challenge. Come with me. We can do it together. Here we go. We're going to put the soles of the feet together. Knees come to the sides. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you, you can also come back to this wide bridge position. Nice. Now here, we're going to take the arms up overhead and then just let them point forward as you come. So you're going to point almost directly at the seat of your chair as you roll up. Good. Exhale down, roll up. So if that's uncomfortable and you're here, you do the exact same thing. Just protect your knees, listen to your body. Make this workout the best that it can be for you today. Good. Keep that little sweep. Here's 4 and 3. Last 2. We're going to meet at the top and pulse right here. Good. Pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Nicely done, guys. You're probably getting used to that pulse. That's what barre is all about. Take your feet nice and wide on the mat. Hands come out of the way. Go ahead and just let your knees drop to one side. Inhale, let them sweep through center into the other side. You have done an amazing job. Good. Give it one more each side. Challenging your body, pushing to your level today. I'm so proud of you. Beautiful. Now, nice and gently roll to a side. Use your hands to pick you up. We're going to do one more little stretch. We're all done with the chair, so I'm going to scooch this guy out of the way. Nice. All right, so come out nice and wide on the long edge of your mat or towel. Let's tuck that left foot in. Stretch the right leg out, sit up nice and tall, and then keeping that spine straight, we're just going to tip to the side of that lengthened out leg and take the opposite arm up overhead. Feel a big full body stretch. So instead of turning the belly button toward the leg right now, we're opening to the side. We'll do that next one in a moment. Good. Now that extended arm is going to reach all the way up and back. Let it plant behind you. And then we're going to press up onto the knee and just give yourself a big full body stretch. Good. Exhale, reach down. One more time through each of those. So reach into that nice long side stretch. Good. I call this next one flash dance pose. Good. Inhale, reach up, flash dance. Good. Exhale, sweep it all the way down. That should feel so nice on your abs and your spine. Before we leave this side, as promised, turn your rib cage toward your leg and then exhale, fold down any amount. Good. Maybe the head and the leg are close together. Maybe they're super far away. Be where you are today and just breathe into it. Notice what space you've created. Nicely done. Inhale, roll up. Awesome work. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Tucking that opposite foot in. Start with that nice tall spine. Just reach all the way up and overhead. Bottom hand can kind of do whatever. Reach to the side or reach across the body, whatever works. Good. Take a breath in. On the exhale, sweep that extended arm up and around. Start to lift the hips as you press and open up the ribs. Let the head drop back. Good. Exhale, sweep it down. Awesome. One more time to this side. Take it over. Should feel so much nice lengthening. We did lots of abs. Good. Inhale, rise up. Press to the sky as you reach up overhead. And exhale, slide around. Good. As soon as your backside hits the mat, go ahead and turn your rib cage toward that extended leg. And again, just feeling that stretch, any amount. Being exactly where you are today. Should feel so proud of yourself for making time to do something so wonderful for your body. Good. Inhale, rise up. come to a comfy seated position, whether it's cross-legged or seated on your heels. Just let your hands rest on your knees and give yourself a few full body circles, just feeling that space that you've created. Beautiful. Go ahead and reverse it the other way. You've done an amazing job today. I hope your body feels great. I hope your mind feels clear. And I hope to see you again for our next workout. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day.